One, two, three. Raven, hello there. Just put that there. Got that as well. Check that out. And everyone, I ordered a new stylus and it's on the way. There ain't no rain. Yeah, I'm all good, thank you. You're very well, and everybody else is all good. I'm basically sorting out my studio now. I've gonna leave that there. I'll put that's behind glass. I thought that had to be done really, and I got me cabinet in here. What I'm going to do is just tile the top with some spare tiles that I got. And today, so far, I've listened to The Beat, Expanded, I just can't stop it. I've listened to the specials, Ghost Town. I've listened to that. I've listened to that. And I've listened to Madness there. And what we're on now is that one. Absolutely. And then next up is the Selector. Before we do that, I'm going to have a look at them tiles. Just freed up more space out here. In fact, I've got a pile of these little tiles. But I don't think they're going to be enough. She's walking around now. I did tell everyone I'd get there in the end. As soon as I'd done one room, all the others had come together. Just going out in the garden. Got the 2 tents set up. Out there. Temperature's getting up again. I believe there's a bit of a heat wave moving in again, but right, tiles. Oh, I've got loads of tiles, but got loads under it, big ones. But it's not them I'm looking for. I'm looking for a little pile of white tiles. If not, we got some of these ones, and quite a few of these ones. Italian ones, aren't they? What I really need is that little pile of white tiles, because it's probably there they are. Look. Hello Sally, how you doing, mate? We'll leave the tents up over winter. I do a bit of winter camping, but what I'm going to do in the winter is invest in a proper, like, sort of hardcore tent. Right. So we've got these ones. We might be able to incorporate some of them little ones into that. Stick them down with that. What I've got here is my filing cabinet. I'm going to empty that out. Some pens and papers and that in there, but in here I've got a complete filing system. Yeah. Anyway, let's have a little mess around. So it's really changed the colour, but okay. I'm going to be short there. Let's just see whether them peachy coloured ones, which I've got quite a few of, will actually fit on there flush. I've got loads of scrap. I've got some not curtains, I've got 2 sorts of blinds. Carpet there. Let's try. A handful of these. Why am I tiling it? Because I've got lots of tiles and it's easier to keep clean. But them ones, these Italian ones, go that way. Oh, I could two of them along there. A bit about flush. Perfect idea, wasn't it? That could sit on there and that would overlap, doesn't it, a little bit? Which doesn't really, well, yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. We'll fit one in there. Or now I've got to find something to stick it down with. Yep, got a stylist on the way for this one. I've got a Proper Techniques Panasonic one coming, which I've got quite a good deal on, but I'm having trouble locating one of these Techniques ones. But saying that, it's still running. You said you're leaving, but it's okay. You said you've had enough. What can I say? I've wired in some more speakers as well. I'm kind of getting it how I want it. It'd be nice to get both of the decks spinning. And again, we were playing quite a few tunes last night, a different sort of vibe last night. Went a bit garagey, went a bit ravey. Right, next one up. It's all about the 40th anniversary copies today. I've been listening to all of them. So next up, in fact, you can catch me live, right, in October, or is it September? I'm going to be going live from Coco in London, and basically the selector, Pauline Black, it's going to be 45 years since the Too Much Pressure LP. They're doing a live concert, so I'm going to be going live from there. Just getting in everywhere with a camera. Right, the selector. Got some more volume out of it now, I have. Cutting tiles. Yeah, I've never cut tiles. I've cut glass though. I've got a glass cutter. I presume it's the same kind of principle. You just score along. But to be honest, it don't really matter if there's a little bit poking out the edge. I'm not going to stick them down with glue sticks. That'll do. I've got some massive ones. Which are in the toolbox. So I'm slowly moving all the tools out of the studio room. The big toolbox here. what room to do next. I've got to decide which one's going to be my bedroom. Obviously I've got a studio room there. And I've got 2 other rooms. Tell you what we need the alcohol burner. So it's going to be easier to... I've got a glue gun, but I snapped it last night. I keep pulling the trigger in a bit too quick. But... Oh. We'll go out in the garden, get one of them alcohol burners, and we'll just fire that up. So I can just hover the glue stick over it. I've got some black and white tiles as well, but I don't do with them yet. They're down here, my 2-tone ones. Under here, I believe. What we need now is the burner. I've got this proper easy joint stuff you use for it, but it's for outdoors. So, do my bike as well. They're all done now. And basically I've got all my cables and that and everything ready to go on there. What one's that? Yeah, got a luminous pink wheel. The whole bike's are luminous. Even the blue is actually luminous blue, believe it or not. But I've basically built it really sort of old school kind of thing. I even done all the washing now. I better run upstairs soon. I've proved the point to fucking Marcy, the bitch. But Clarion are going to be feeling some legal force soon, but I'll go into that on another video. But Marcy was having a go at me. Oh, they offered to help you, you didn't take their help. Yes, Marcy, that's why I'm sitting in here now with one studio room all done, because I didn't want anyone to help me, because I wanted to do it myself. But you know fucking zilch about autism and ADHD, and the good thing is, that judge you've been talking to, well, I'm going to be talking to him too. Yes. That's coming in another video, guys. Took a bit of advice yesterday, and yeah, things are going to be happening. I can't wait to see this judge. The one that's told me to cut a hedge that's not even mine. He's told me to do about 15 things, but when I get up and tell him I've got autism and ADHD, and I'll ask him what qualifications has he got in that, he should go, well, I haven't got any. I'm going to go, I'll rest my case. He said I've got to stop swearing at Clarion. Well, I might even fucking tell him to F off if he plays his cards right, who knows. Yeah. I was saying to Tom, the way Marcy talks, as if she's trying to phase me with court and all that lot. Do you know what I mean? when I was 17, I was fucking locked up in a young offenders institution. I think anything that she's going to do is going to faze me. And the good thing is now, I've got 2 witnesses, man. I've got a trainee social worker, Tom, and Charlotte, who's a senior social worker. They've even said to me, is that the way they deal with you and talk to you? I said, yeah. And even Tom said, I think it's a bit rude. I said, can you see why I'm telling them to fuck off every 10 minutes then, Tom? I said, excuse me, French. Do you know what I mean? They're all getting it now. It's crazy. I've been here fucking since I was born. I had some bloke fucking from Clarion last week saying, your house is too big for you. I said, well, is it? I said, well, how much do you fucking know then? Do you know what I mean? I've been here since I was born. Oh, yeah, I did swear at him. Nearly, I just put the phone down on him. Yeah, but you're paying more money for that. I said, well, it's irrelevant whether what I'm paying. Do you know what I mean? What the fuck's it got to do with him, my finances? Yeah. I'm allowed to fucking over-occupy. It's as simple as that. I succeeded my mum and dad's tenancy to this house, and it isn't a normal tenancy. I've got like an old school tenancy, so it's permanent. Until I drop down dead. Until we fucking played the last Specials record, and Clarion are fucking back ripping the door off. I'll still be telling them to fuck off. Nah, they don't fucking faze me at all. But what they do is wrong though. Every time I upset Marcy, they shut right down on me. It doesn't matter who I'm upsetting, right, within Clarion. As a severely disabled person, they've got what's called a duty of care. And I know about that because I was a carer and a nurse for 25 years. So I know all about the laws, but they don't. Yeah. It's crazy. Where is it on your sleeve? Hello, mate. How are you? Just ranting and raving a bit at the minute. But I'll do a video on Clarion because it's heating up. Yeah. Crazy, eh? But I found an organisation yesterday who said I've got no worries, even said I could get legal aid and get represented and all sorts. But to be honest, I'm quite adept to getting in front of a judge or whoever they put in front of me. I'm quite okay with getting in front of them and, you know what I mean, telling it like it is. Crazy. It was all sweet, you know what I mean? I've lived here 54 years in September, all my life, and I've only ever had a problem with Clarion Housing. When they took over, you know what I mean, we had a small little association, a few villages in Kent, in the countryside, and it got swallowed up by the biggest housing association in the country. And like I said to Tom, they're used to the people with autism who are probably not who've got the learning issues. You know what I mean? I'm what's called high functioning, so they're probably used to people just being mute and not saying a lot to them. So when they meet me and I'm just, you know what I mean, I can hyper focus, which basically means when I'm focusing on something, Clarion can be focusing, but I'll be like 2 steps ahead of them. I know it's a joke, mate. Brumford or Merlin, I know them. It's Clarion Housing. What is it? Clarion Housing round here, and what's the other one? Moat Housing. But they can do what they want. I suppose they just mention court, and most people just curl up and freak out. But it don't really bother me. In fact, I will be initiating something legally against Clarion. And another good thing, the girl told me yesterday, because of my situation, I haven't got to pay a penny, I get legal aid, so yeah. But we'll see. Free housing. What you got to do, mate? You got to have a day out to France, right? You got to buy yourself a little blow up dinghy, and then you got to come across the channel. But I think they stopped that now. I think it's one in, one out, is it? I see a picture today in Kent where instead of them all coming in, it's one in, one out now. So they've held them all on the beach, like arrested them. Yeah, which is different. But yeah, it's all right, one in, one out. Do you know what I mean? How about fucking all out? How about none in, all out? Especially with them in the hotels, man. They should be the first ones fucking on the boat out. I mean, who lets undocumented people into their country? Do you know what I mean? You might as well just open up Heathrow Airport and say, in you come. See, that's what they did during lockdown, the government. It made me laugh. They locked all us down, right? But then left the borders all completely wide open and people were just coming in and out willy-nilly. Yeah, I bet they're like rabbit hutches, aren't they? See, this is quite a well-built house, but there's other ones in the village that are like rabbit hutches. I mean, not proper. I've got like proper walls, but these were built in 1948, I believe. And basically, we moved in here. My mum and dad and lived over the road in a flat before I was born with two girls and two boys. And then when I was born in '71, we moved in here. And we were the second ever people to be in here. And I'm still here. Yeah. The joys of being the youngest one. Nah, I had a good bond with my father. So. Plus, I told him, why should I go anywhere? But they've offered me bungalows and flats and new builds and money and, you know what I mean? It would buy a lot of records, but I can't be bothered, to be honest with you. It ain't all about the money. Do you know what I mean? They've offered me quite a bit. To be honest, they've even gone over what they're supposed to offer me. But they could knock on the door with £5,000. I'd just shut the door on them. I was going to say 10 grand then. If they knocked on the door with 10 grand, I'd probably look at them for a minute and then shut the door. 10 grand's a lot of records, but no. I've got enough records, don't need any more. Look, again, I've got all I need. There's only so many fucking Madness albums and shit I can buy. And to be honest, it's all my pensions, you know what I mean? I can't take them with me. And obviously, the Two-Tone collection is worth thousands of pounds. But the way I looked at it, it was years ago when I started. I thought, well, I could put a tenner in the bank. You know what I mean? What's that going to be worth in 10 years' time? You know what I mean? £10 and 5p. Whereas you can go out and buy, I just can't stop it, the deluxe version, play it, and it's still going to get you 30 or 40 quid at the end of it. Do you know what I mean? It's basically, and plus I've also got, obviously my mum made records and was a bit of a pop star, a rock and roll star. I've got all her music as well, which is actually worth more than my Two-Tone albums, one of the ones. But I'm going to be giving that to a music museum, I think, because I've got so much history to do it all. And basically, the shows my mum was on was like the first ever music shows ever on TV in the 50s. Yeah. Mad, eh? That's my claim to fame. Nah. Scouse mum and a Hadlow father. My dad was born in the next road up here in 1936. But obviously my mother was born in Bootle in 1934. What a crazy combination. Could have been worse, you know what I mean? My dad could have got with a Manc girl. Oh, that would have been bad, wouldn't it? I could have been Manchester United or something. But saying that, my mum was an Everton fan. And obviously I'm not. Someone had to support Everton. Right, what we got here is the burner. We got some of this. All we're going to do, put a little bit in there. In fact, they're trying to build about 400 houses out the back here, right in the countryside, but there's uproar at the moment in the village. What they're trying to do around here, they're trying to, little countryside villages and that, and we're a farming village. What they're trying to do is just fucking concrete over a lot of it. Hang on, I've missed loads of comments there. Hang on. And I will read them all. What's happened is it moves, it doesn't move up. Right, there we go, look. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Yeah, I'm lucky really. My mum died when I was a little boy, I was only 10. And I often said to my dad, I'm lucky really to have all this music and stuff, do you know what I mean? Some kids might just get a photo or whatever. I see a bit of that. My mate was into that. I was in that. Yeah, my mate's right into him. And he's a bit of a legend, really. Do you know what I mean? It's quite sad, really. You know, all these people that I sort of grew up. I mean, I wasn't into fucking Black Sabbath or anything like that, but obviously the Specials, Madness. I mean, they're all going to pass away one day. Suggs and all of them probably. They're all older than me, and that's when the market goes crazy. Soon as the band member dies, you can just hold your record up on Facebook and go 50 quid, and the people are just ripping your arms off. Honestly, I've never seen such a frenzy. Obviously, I just don't sell anything. I just sit there thinking, wow. But you get different collectors who collect different things. Like obviously, I've got all the albums, all the 12 inches. Do you know what I mean? But you get some people that just collect fucking, I don't know, Ghost Town, but Ghost Town, the French version, the American version, the Aussie, you know what I mean? The whole lot. And sometimes I look at them and think, wow, you know what I mean? Nice collection. They look at mine and go, wow. But I suppose you've got to be, see, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't just go and concentrate on one tune. But each to their own, I suppose. But anyway, let's get back over there and see if we can not set the house alight. See if we can glue one of these down. Let's start with that back one there. We may as well apply the glue to the actual unit, I think. First of all, just like that up. Let that get up and going. What to do when your glue gun's broke. I keep squeezing the trigger and it just goes. I brought this up last night, man. Stuck that there. That's behind Tough and Glass. And I got that back up there. Yeah. It's all coming together. In fact, there's lots of pop stars that should really be here. Do you know what I mean? Prince, David Bowie, George Michael. I couldn't believe George Michael's sister, right, died the next year or the year after on Christmas Day, the same as what like George did. Yeah. Crazy. Cherry Coke. Anyway, let's fire this up. Anyway, everyone, I'll be back later with some more music. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in a bit.